what's up guys? Welcome back to Take on Tottenham. My name is Ben and this is my Take on Tottenham. And well, do you know what? That's a bit of a lie. What we're doing today is we're having to take on all of the Premier League, because that's right, it is a kit review video. I don't know. We're ranking the kits basically. That's what we're doing. All of the Premier League kits have dropped now because Crystal Palace have finally revealed theirs. I know a lot of people have dropped videos about all the kits and stuff. And I might be a bit late to it, but I wanted to wait until they're all out. And unfortunately, Crystal Palace decided to wait till August to release theirs. So, shame on you, Crystal Palace. It might affect your score. I don't know. I'm going to see how I feel when I get to it. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I would like to, like I said, do some videos on the away kits and the third kits when they eventually drop as well. But as of right now, it's the home kit. So let's just crack on with it. I'm going to try and be as unbiased as possible, obviously. Especially with the first club that's coming up, which is Arsenal, and they've dropped their new Adidas kit for the 21-22 season, and it's okay. It's not horrible. It's not the best Arsenal kit in recent years. You know, it looks a bit like Ajax as well. We have to acknowledge that. I think it's not Adidas's best one. And Arsenal have had some really good kits, over the last couple of years, but I don't think this is one of them. The blue stripes I don't get, to be honest. I think that would look a lot better if it was white. But it's just that side strip. I think it just looks too much like Ajax. And I think as well, this picture in particular where it's just the shirt doesn't do it any justice. I think that the shirt looks a lot better on a player. I think there's a picture of Aubameyang on, where he's modelling the shirt, and it looks better on him, but it's still not the best shirt. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10 for Arsenal, and that's again not being biased at all. I just think they've had better kits than that. I don't think it's Adidas' strongest Arsenal one. So who are we on to next? We're on to Aston Villa, and I don't know. It's a bit of an odd shirt. It's not horrible. Again, it's kind of just mediocre. You kind of tied down when you got this claret and blue design where you just have the blue sleeves and the claret. West Ham, Burnley have the same issues. They've tried to do something different. They've got some vertical stripes with a really sort of thin pinstripe in the middle. It's nice. It's a bit different. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. It's okay. It's okay. I think it's Kappa as well. I think Aston Villa actually had a really nice kit. I can't remember who was the designer of it, but they had I think it was the last season they were in the Championship, the one when they got promoted. They had a really, really nice kit. But this one for me it's okay. It's 6 out of 10 for sure. Next we have Brentford, and I'm so sorry Brentford, because I was quite glad to see Brentford get promoted. I thought, they've been knocking at the door of Premier League for quite a few seasons, one after another. And to see them finally make it into the Premier League was really good to see. Unfortunately, Umbro have not repaid them for that act, and they've just handed them a bog standard EFL kit. There's nothing wow about this kit. It's really just bog standard. It looks kind of like a Sunderland kit. I don't know. I know it's Brentford. I know they wear red and white stripes. But it's your season in the Premier League. Do something different. Do something bold. Something amazing. And I just don't feel like this is it. I feel like the sponsor as well. It looks a bit weird on the shirt, and I just feel sorry for Brentford fans because they deserve a better shirt than this in their Premier League season. Come on, Umbro. I'm gonna have to give it. Did I even? Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it a 3 out of 10. I'm sorry, Brentford. You deserve better than that. Next up, we have Brighton, and this is a very nice shirt. I feel like this has something that the Brentford one was lacking, which was a really nice neck on it. And just the accents of the colours as well. Brentford, nothing too, sticking out on that shirt. Brighton, however, they've got the yellow highlights, the yellow trim down the side. They've done the Nike logo as well with that. For Nike, who I'm not a massive fan of with Spurs, I feel like they've done a good job on the shirt. They've got some nice white trims on the sleeves. My only problem I'd say is the sponsor on the arm. It just sticks out like a sore thumb. It's not. It doesn't match up with anything. But apart from that, it's a really nice shirt. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 for Brighton. I think they've done a good job there. Next up, we have Burnley, and again another team that's tied down to the claret and blue design. But I think Umbro have done well with this one, considering what they did with Brentford. They've done something different. They've done a nice pattern on the sleeves, on the shoulders. I think that's quite a nice design. Really, it's quite smart. It's not too out there, but they've added something different as well, and I think that's important. You know, just add something different, a bit unique. So I'm going to give Burnley I'm going to give Burnley a 6 out of 10. I think it's an okay shirt. Next up, we have Chelsea, which is all over the place, and I kind of respect it. We've got a mix of zigzags swirling about and checkered pattern as well. You've got the 3 logo on there as well, and it's all a bit weird and it's all a bit random. But I'm growing to it. I thought it was absolutely god awful when I first saw it. I thought it was really bad. But to be honest, I think I kind of like it. I think it's different, and I appreciate the uniqueness of it. I think at least it's something. And to be honest, I think if I'd have to change anything, I'd change the checkered bit. I think just having a swirling zigzag going around into like a like a spiral or something, that would have been really cool. But it's okay. I think the checker goes onto the shorts as well, which is quite cool as well. I'm going to give Chelsea a 6 out of 10 on that one. I think they've had nicer kits again in the past, but it's grown on me for its difference to most of the other kits. 6 out of 10. I was contemplating a 7, but we'll go with 6. Crystal Palace, right, I have to deduct a point straight off the bat because you released your kit in August. Young people waited and waited and waited and still nothing. And it's a shame because it's a really nice kit. This is a wonderful home kit. I really, really like this. And I don't know if there's going to be people that just don't, but I really like this kit. It's Crystal Palace, so they're tied down to stripes, be it red and blue, how they differ, those stripes. They could be really thick, really thin, whatever. But they've gone with a nice different design, and they've gone slightly diagonal, kind of like a sash, but they've gone all around the kit. The blue matches into the shorts as well, really nice. And I really like this. I think it's definitely one of the stronger. And they've got like a nice dark blue outline on the blue stripes as well. It's a really, really, really nice kit. I'm going to have to give Crystal Palace an 8 out of 10. I think that is one of the nicest kits in the league this season. And I'm just sorry you had to wait until August, Crystal Palace fans. It could have been a 9. Just know that. Who is it? Puma. Just know that. Puma. Yeah, Puma. Just know. It could have been a 9 if you just released it in July or something. But I have to deduct a point just because you made your fans wait. But I also liked it because I saw on social media, I think it was like they'd done the release around one of their oldest supporters as well, which I thought was really nice as well. So good job there by Crystal Palace. Just speed up the release date. But apart from that, a really top-notch kit. Who have we got next? We've got Everton, and I'm a massive fan of Hummel. I think they do some really good, really unique designs to the club as well. They make it more personal for a club. But I don't think this is one of their strongest designs. I think this is kind of weak. Again, Everton, it's kind of just, it's blue with this faint sort of parallel type pattern, I guess. But it's not a great design there from Hummel. So I'm going to have to give Everton a 4 out of 10. I'm very sorry about that. What have we got next? We have Leeds United. Leeds United tend to do really well on kits, and I think they've done it again this season. Really smart, really retro, quite simple design, but effective as well. They've got the yellow sort of Adidas stripes on the shoulders. It's a really nice neck on the shirt, and it's just quite simple, really, and it's effective. I think you can do simple and miss the boat, but I think this is simple and effective, and I think it looks really smart and a very good shirt. So I think I'm going to have to give Leeds... I'm going to give Leeds a 7 out of 10. I think that was a really nice strip for them this season. Leicester City, they seem to just knock it out of the park every single year. And they've done it again this year, because this is one of, if not the nicest kit in the league this season. The colours are, they just complement each other. The Leicester blue, it's a really nice, tone of dark blue. They've got the Adidas stripes, the really simple neck design. Nothing blasé about it, nothing extravagant. It's just a nice, simple design. The sponsors are, they're white as well, which, it matches everything else on the shirt. It's just a really nice kit. I'm going to have to give Everton. No, we're not talking about Everton anymore. We're going to have to give Leicester a 9 out of 10. It is a brilliant looking shirt this season, and from what I've seen of their away one, not too far off either. Really nice kits again for Leicester, and they got a 9 out of 10. I think that'll be hard to beat, if I'm honest. On now to Liverpool. I don't like it. I'm really sorry. Just straight out of the bat, I do not like it. I think the lightning bolt pinstripes is okay. I think it's good. I think it's different. It adds something different to Liverpool generally would just play in a plain red shirt. I think it's important, as I've said in the video, to have something cool and different about the shirt. And I think if it just been some, I don't know, it's the trim on the collars and the trims on the arm. I just don't like the orange. It's just not for me. I like the pinstripe, the lightning bolt pinstripe, but it's just the orange. I just find it very, very unusual. I'm going to have to give Liverpool a 5 out of 10, I think. I think they've had better kits. Again, I think they've had better kits in the past. I thought their kit from last season was a lot better than that. But, I'm sorry, Liverpool fans, on that one. Who are we on to now? We're on to Man City. And I think Puma and Man City have a bit of an up and down relationship. I think their home kits are pretty mediocre. And I think their away kits and their alternate kits have been quite different and cool. Their home kit, again, I think it's better than last season and the seasons before, but I don't think that's saying much. I'm going to have to give it a 5 out of 10 for Man City. It's cool that they've got these, the Aguero time that he scored the league winner goal in the back of the neck. But I just don't think it's got a weird fuzzy pattern on it. It's very, very odd. It's nicer than recent kits, but it's not the best Man City kit. And I would have to give this a 5 out of 10, I think. 5 out of 10. That's decided now. Could have been better. Next kit is Manchester United, and I really like this kit. I think it is retro. And it's just brilliant. I think the sponsor's a bit different. It would look... I think it would get a high score if the sponsor was better. But I'm not dissing the sponsor either. It could have been a lot worse. But I love this kit. It is simple, retro, nice retro collar. Just a basic plain white trim. And especially on the long sleeve, I think the kit looks really, really good if you're wearing a long sleeve. It's got really thick, like old style cuffs on the wrists as well, with a really faint stripe design as well, running through the kit, and it just looks classic, and I'm really impressed with it. And I'm gonna have to give this an 8 out of 10. An 8 out of 10. I think I'm really impressed with Man U's kit this season. Newcastle, however, not so much. This is one of the worst. I'm sorry, but again, Newcastle fans, you deserve a better shirt than this. But this is really, really poor. The neck is absolutely. What have they done with that collar? The neck, it goes into one of the stripes. I just don't understand it. You know, I think Newcastle strips need more stripes as well. But that, and the big sponsor as well, it doesn't match or anything. Newcastle fans deserve better shirt than that, and that, I don't like that. I'm going to have to give that a 2 out of 10. I'm sorry, Newcastle fans, but it's just not good at all. Next, we're on to Norwich, and Norwich had some really cool kits in the past, actually. I think they've messed about a few times with the designs, but I think this isn't one of them. I like the sleeves. I like the the yellow accents on the sleeves, but I think just the way it's shaped, it looks very boxy, and I'm not a massive fan of it. I like the logo, the sponsor logo, matches well with Norwich's colours, but I'm not a fan of the shirt. I'm gonna have to give it a 4 out of 10. I'm afraid, Norwich. Next, we move on to Southampton, and this is a really nice kit. This is what I was on about with Hummel. I think sometimes they do mediocre kits. This is a really, really good strip from Hummel. Ditching the sash that they had last season. I actually kind of liked that. I know a lot of people didn't, but I kind of liked that one. But this is very nice, very classic, and very neat, very tidy, this one. I think my only complaint would be that the neck's a bit weird. I think it's a bit of a massive sort of, kind of takes up more than it should, maybe. I like the design of it, but it's just kind of massive. It almost looks like a tie of sorts. But a really nice design. They've got the Hummel chevrons obviously on the shoulders in black. Got traditional red and white stripes for Southampton. And we have what I really appreciate, the fine details here. We have really thin black outlines on each of the stripes, and we've also got some of the sort of chevron designs going up and down on the white and the red stripes respectively. Really, really nice kit from Hummel this year with Southampton, and I'm going to have to give that a 7.5. No, we're going to go 8 out of 10 on that one. I really like it. We're not going to mess about here. We're going to go with 8 out of 10 for Southampton. Knocked it out of the park again. Tottenham, 10 out of 10. No, I'm joking. Look, it's plain, it's simple, it's not really much to look at. It's growing on me as a kit. I think as a kit, like the whole kit, it looks nice. I really like having the dark blue socks, and it looks nice and simple as a kit. I think as a shirt, it looks more like a training shirt in a way. I prefer having stuff on the shirt. Things like this, even Puma, I'm not a massive fan of. I prefer having something different on a Spurs shirt. You know, Under Armour, personally, my favourite designers. Every single year, we had a unique shirt that no one else would have had. You know, no other training shirts or anything been replicated into a home kit or an away kit for us. We had our own shirts with an identity and a uniqueness to it. And they had something on them. Even when they were mostly white, they had little accents. Or my personal favourite was last season that they were at the Lane, where they had the gold trim around the neck and the blue shoulders, sort of similar to this one, but just all the way like a flat line. Really nice kit. Nike haven't delivered to that level in my opinion. They've had some really nice kits, some really out there kits, but this is very simple. It's effective, but it's simple, and I have to take marks off for that. What I also hate, and this is just my personal gripe at these sorts of things, and there will be a committee of overpaid executives that would have had about 10 different meetings to come up with this shirt, and it's got nothing on it. It's just nothing. I don't get that. I have done some concept kits. I might show them in a video maybe. If you would be interested to see that, let me know. That I think are a lot better, and I've put to Spurs fans, and they've generally said they're a lot better than Nike's. But for me, I wouldn't pay full price for it. It is what it is. It's just a plain white Tottenham shirt, and some people think that's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I like my accents with dark blue accents on these. And I'm not saying it's a horrible kit. I just prefer something to it. So I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Like I said, it's a nice shirt. It's plain. It's simple. It's nice, but Give me something, Nike. Give me something more on it. The away kit, you've shown that you can be bold and different. I just think it's a bit bland. Do I give it a 5? I'm going to give it a 5. I'm going to bump it down to a 5 because it's just average. It's got nothing to it. It's not horrible. It's not amazing. 5 out of 10 for Spurs. I'm sorry, but I've got to be honest. I'm not going to be biased. I'm going to be honest. Watford, really, really nice kit. I think the logo really takes away from it in a way. That's probably my biggest gripe. Apart from that, it's an absolute beauty of a shirt. Very different in terms of the design. Again, I like a nice, unique design to everyone else, not just the same kit makers making rehashes of different kits and just changing the colours and the badges. This is a nice, different design, very unique. I'm going to give this a 7.5 out of 10. I think a 7.5 out of 10. I really like Watford's what they've gone for this season. It's quite retro as well. I think it's got a nice collar to it, and it just looks good. It looks good. 7.5 for Watford. Next up, we have West Ham, and this is a really, really. I thought their one from last season was nicer. If I'm honest, obviously I've got my bias side with Spurs, but I thought they had a really nice kit last season. This season not as good in my opinion, but still a nice kit. I think it's got a really nice collar to it. Obviously claret and blue, they tie down to that design. But it's an okay kit. It's not the best one, but it's not bad by any means. I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10 for West Ham. And finally, we have Wolverhampton Wanderers, and I think it's the same designers as the Newcastle kit, and you can tell because there's nothing to it. It's just a very mediocre kit, this is, and Wolves have had some really nice kits in the last couple of seasons in the Premier League. This is not one of them. This will not be remembered as a kit. It's just boring, it's bland, it's got nothing to it, the neck's just there, and it just is what it is. It's I don't know, the sponsor looks horrible, it just doesn't match up, the trim on the arm kind of stops halfway as well, that looks a bit strange. I don't know, it just doesn't do it for me. No, I'm sorry Wolves. I'm going to have to give it a 4.5 out of 10. They could have done so much more with that. I think the orange and the black colour combination is really cool and different, and you know, they could have done something like that, and they chose not to. They chose to just do the simple route, and not a fan of that. So that is it for this video. I've got to try to remember the ratings now. Leicester, best kit in the league. I think that was hands down. I think was it Southampton and Man United. Can't remember. I think it might have been those two. Yeah, I'll put a table on here, but absolutely hands down, Leicester number 1 kit in the league this season, and Newcastle, I'm so sorry, worst kit in the league this season by a country mile. Really not good. Crystal Palace, that was the other one. Crystal Palace, Southampton, Man United, all I think tied on 8 out of 10 if I can remember correctly. I'm sure my graphics will tell me differently, or if I'm correct. And yeah, Leicester, best kit in the league this season. Newcastle and Wolves, and you know, they need to get some different designers, I think. So let me know who you think is the best kit in the league this season. Do you agree with my list? Do you not agree with it? Let me know down below, because that's what we're all about here. We're about debating and opinions and seeing what other people think. So let me know what you think of the kits, and obviously Spurs channel, what do you think of the Spurs kit this season? Not this one obviously, but the Nike one. I have mixed feelings on it. So keep an eye out. I will try and do an away kit video, and eventually when all the third kits drop, we'll do a third kit video as well. And keep an eye out as well, because we're going to be doing some transfer videos. I think Christian Romero is due to sign very soon, today, potentially tomorrow. And there's just a couple of things going on as well. Obviously Harry Kane's in the news still, so we'll talk about that in a different video. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, it really helps me out. We're very close to 100. I'm so happy and proud about that, and I want to thank you again for that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And as always, come on you Spurs.